This morning's announcement here on Good Morning Geelong of the Deaf Games being played in Geelong in 2012. Joining us is Craig Dodson, who's the CEO of Deaf Sports Australia. Welcome to Geelong.
Yeah, you've turned on a lovely day for me, so happy to be here.
Well, let's hope the weather's like this in 2012 when we have the Deaf Games down here in our great city of Geelong. It's yet another milestone for us.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. With Geelong's sort of major event experience and ability to host sort of marquee sporting events, it's a very natural fit, and we're very excited to come down to Geelong.
For our listeners, or our viewers, just how big is Deaf Sports Australia?
Quite a large organisation, so pretty much anyone who's deaf or hard of hearing and involved in sport, we tend to help them to participate and get involved in sports. So in terms of numbers, it's nationwide, and you're looking at several thousand people. So it's a big organisation.
And it, again, pushes the community thrust that we have here in Geelong, all abilities and inclusion, which is very important nowadays in the way in which we do develop the inclusion of people of all abilities, particularly in the world of sport.
Yeah, and it's definitely changed. If you look back 10, 15 years ago, inclusion was probably not a term that was well known, but it's now, it's so much easier for a deaf or hard of hearing person to walk into a sporting club or, their local sporting venue and feel very much invited and welcoming. And that's a lot of the work we do at DSA to help that happen.
And Craig, what range of activities will we see in 2012?
You'll see a whole range of sports. So you're looking at around 15, 16 different sports. And in terms of participants, you'd look at over 1,000 athletes from the whole spectrum of serious athletes like Renee to your weekend warriors that are there for the social aspects. So it's very much that mix of social and community event.
The weekend warriors, we see a lot of them around, but they form the backbone of it, don't they?
Oh, they definitely do, and a lot of the times they're the parents as well that are doing the ferrying, and they're pretty much central to the event. So you'll see a lot of things like we've had a lot of weddings and other things that have been associated with the Australian Deaf Games. So it's as much a community event as a sporting event as well.
Craig Dodson, the CEO of Deaf Sports Australia, joining us on Good Morning Geelong, announcing 2012 Geelong the venue for the Deaf Games in that particular year. GWELONG, that's our great city of Geelong. Thanks very much, Craig.
Not a problem. Thanks for your time.
Welcome back to Good Morning Geelong on this beautiful, beautiful morning down on the waterfront, as we have yet announced another coup for Geelong. The 2012 Deaf Games are being played here in our great city, and Councillor John Mitchell, the Molus Mitchell, as we now call him.
Yes.
Another great announcement, another great step for Geelong.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about that, Grant. It's nice to see you got a Geelong tie. Did I give you that?
City of Greater Geelong, yes, you actually presented that to me, and I must say, John, I put that in, it's in my top 5 ties with the ability to ease to tie a Windsor knot with. Magnificent material. So congratulations to the COGG on their fashion design.
Thank you very much. Well, they all donated those 5 ties, or did you buy one? Sorry, Rawlon. We'll keep going.
Thank you very much to Steve Udall, who I paid the cash to.
Good on you, Rawlon. No, look, as you said, mate, the Australian Deaf Games coming to Geelong is a major coup. Statistics say that when we get people from outside a municipality, from interstate and overseas, and that there's a number of repeat visits. So it showcases our beautiful city, and whilst our sporting infrastructure is second to none. So we've just had the Australian Masters Games here, obviously. So we've got all the infrastructure in place, and this is just another coup for Geelong in a long line of coups of major events. And the major events committee, which is chaired by Councillor Bruce Harwood, and I actually sit on it with a number of other councillors, a number of outside people. They do a really good job. They work very hard to attract events to Geelong.
Major events in Geelong. We continue to grow. We're already looking forward to 2010. We got the Australia Day weekend with the Royal Geelong Yacht Club Regatta.
Yes.
We've got the UCI World Bicycle Racing Championships. Yeah. We've now got the 2012 Deaf Games.
Yeah.
It's just taking all before us. us.
It certainly does. 70.3 triathlon. You know, there's a number of events. You know, it's just look, in Geelong at this time of the year, there's basically an event every weekend. We had Toast of the Coast, and they're not only sporting events. You know, we have a lot of cultural events as well. So you know, it showcases our city, and this is one of the reasons we believe that you know, it's very, very important to attract major events, to attract new people to our city, because it does showcase our city. You know, and just on that, talking about showcasing our city, and I know we're talking about the Deaf Games. Last night at Council, we passed a resolution that allows Councillor John Dool to go to Copenhagen. Now, to the summit over in Copenhagen. Now, that's a world event that we will be at. So it's not only bringing people to Geelong, but it's us getting out there and spreading the word about how good Geelong is, you know. And, you know, the UCI Road Cycling Championships will be televised worldwide. So that's that's the message we're trying to get out there.
And the message is strong, and you mentioned Councillor Dool, and that's on a different subject of the world of environment.
That's exactly right. So, you know, it shows me that we are maturing and growing as a city, and it's the same as your station, Channel 31. You know, the announcement last week to go digital, you know, puts you up there with everyone else, because you can't survive unless you move forward and you expand and you move ahead, and that's what we're trying to do as a city. You know, we believe that the best way around this is to go out and showcase yourself to the world. So people understand what we've got here, understand where we're going, and subsequently we get events and the like. So you know, it's a part of a strategy, but you know, we believe that we need to be out there doing this strategy.
You can see why he's the mayor, and he's a mayor with passion about the great city of Geelong, as we all are who live down here. If we sound parochial, we are, because we're very, very proud of our city of Greater Geelong and its surrounds. Here on Good Morning Geelong, thank you very much for your time, Councillor John Mitchell.
Thank you very much, Rawlon. Just before you go, I'd just like to tell you something. I was over in Switzerland in September, late September, early October, at the World Road Cycling Championships, and I stayed at a place called Lake Lugano. And anyone who watches SBS late at night, Lake Lugano comes up on their weather channel, and I was staying right where that fountain was. And I can tell you right here and now, standing here today in Corio Bay on the Geelong foreshore, this is as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets. You could be anywhere in the world and you wouldn't get a better picture than this. And I firmly believe that. So if you haven't been here, come, because it's well worth it, well worth the journey.
You're welcome down to GWELONG anytime you want to come, and it is certainly worthwhile coming down to see the sights, feel the feel of our great city. And thanks very much to our Mayor, Councillor John Mitchell, here on Good Morning Geelong.
Thanks, Rawlon.